something changed, and it didn't feel like growth anymore. It felt like loss. And the things that used to make you feel alive suddenly make you feel empty now or feel nothing. The people around you don't feel like your people anymore. It's like they're not your people. And no one really tells you about this part of spiritual awakening. It doesn't feel like light. It can feel rather dark. But it is a very, very important part of a transition here and a deconstruction. So this phase is called the depression phase. It feels like depression. And it's actually more common than people realize. And if you're going through it right now, your spiritual transformation and your awakening is going much deeper than you think it is. So something inside of you is shifting. So much inside of you is recalibrating. Things are falling away that do not belong with you anymore. And you might feel tired and unmotivated. You know, like things that you really used to care about just do not have the same value. And you feel disconnected from people. And the strange part of this is it's even the people you care about, the people that you love. You can feel very disconnected from them. And the hardest part about this is you really can't explain it. It's very hard to explain because while your life looks very normal from the outside, on the inside, it feels very, very different. It feels depressed. It feels depressed. And the thing is, this is the part of awakening, though, in which a major deconstruction happens, and you are not losing yourself. You're not losing yourself. You are finding yourself during this phase of spiritual awakening. You are. Trust me. And you're outgrowing a version of yourself that no longer fits this new and beautiful timeline that you are stepping into and that you are moving into. Bit by bit, you're moving into this beautiful new resonance, this beautiful new authentic resonance and version of you. So you are outgrowing your old self. And the depressed phase, know this, what it is, it's an emotional detox. Okay, so no matter what is leaving us, whether it serves us or not, the psyche and the emotional body have to detox and have to grieve things in a way. We have to feel. You can have at times the most positive change happen in your life, but so much change can also throw you kind of in a tailspin, you know, where you're kind of shaky. Even if it's a good thing, sometimes change will do this to us. Thus, that's part of this depressed phase of spiritual awakening. So deep, deep transformation is happening here. And you may be thinking, well, what can I do? What do I do during this phase? How do I navigate this? Well, I will tell you that finding time for yourself and being very, very compassionate and gentle with yourself, those things are incredibly important. You know, don't judge yourself for this because there is nothing wrong with you. It's actually a very common phase, this depression phase of spiritual awakening. So try not to judge it and try to allow this phase to move through you and flow with it. Now, you might need to decompress more, remove yourself from quite as much stimulus in your life. Noise is a big one. A lot of noise, a lot of people, a lot of places are very, very stimulating. And in this depressed phase, we often just need to be in our own energy. And that might mean you behind a closed door for a few hours a day, whatever it takes to navigate through this to where you can find peace and solitude. So you want to eliminate things, if you can, that are really stressing you right now, because this phase is going to pass. And you taking extra good care of yourself is going to help you navigate this. I know, and so many of my beautiful, beautiful friends, we talk about this and we compare notes about this. And remember, this is a very important phase, but it's even more important that you allow this falling away and you allow this deconstruction by taking care of yourself. Removing the extra stimulus, it might even mean kind of staying away from certain people for a bit that might be very, very overstimulating to you, or that might be draining to you. That's a big thing. You don't want to be drained down, anymore. But you've got this empty space inside of you right now that is just waiting to be filled with this beautiful light, and this brightness and this authenticity. That's what's returning, and that's what you're coming back to, is the most authentic version of you that you've ever been. And I will tell you that there is a freeing feeling and a freedom in being authentic and being more you than you've ever been. It's a beautiful thing. And it doesn't come without work. And it doesn't come without these various phases of spiritual awakening that we go through. Each phase has its own very special thing or things that happen to the body and the psyche and the recalibration and the transformation, all of this. So remember, during this depressed phase, that you are not losing yourself. You're finding yourself. You really are. You are finding yourself. And you're going to begin to see through the fog. You're going to begin to see through this fog that you've been in, and the lights are going to begin to come on, and the clarity is going to begin to come back to you because you've allowed yourself to go through this period. And so I know things feel heavy right now. I totally understand it. But this truly is the doorway to the most authentic version of you that you've ever been. And I encourage gentleness, and I encourage grace and allowing and flow, because you've got this, and you are on a path that has miraculous things in store for you. This path just has all of these surprises and all of these things, desires, all of these desires that you've had for so long. As you go through this awakening and as you align, you become more and more and more likely to find these things that you've been seeking and to have them, because you're becoming this magnet. You're becoming more magnetic because you're becoming more aligned. So don't be discouraged during this depressed phase. You're going to get through it, and so am I. And so guys, if you have found value in this video, please give me a like, a thumbs up, and I want to know what you are going through. How are you handling this depressed phase? What types of things have you had to do to make life better for you? Let me know. I always want to know what you're going through, and I will always answer any comment or question that you leave for me. So with that said, I will catch you around the corner on my next video.